Greetings and welcome to my World of Tanks video. This one is really good. Interesting. Again, that's subjective, like the good part. Well, it's good and interesting to some people. To other people, maybe not. You can see this is kind of the spoiler of this. Not a spoiler, because the way it happens and what happens is awesome. The SU-122-44. This is the second most expensive tank in the blue cards. Now, what I'm going to do is show you what happens with blue cards when you buy the pack, etc. And the story behind this is really helpful because my friend, was briefly sick and he had to go to the hospital and he got, taken care of, whatever. But he wasn't going to be able to buy some tanks that came up, which I'm going to buy later, and that is the Cold War 2-pack with the RDF LT and the TCM AGS. Both of those are light tanks. He said, well, if I buy those, I'm going to be wiped out, and I can't really go and spend money on, tanks or whatever. I go, look, dude, I'm going to buy some cards, and I'm going to cover you for the upcoming next season. He's like, okay, great, that's awesome. That way he was able to go and buy those because he said it was going to wipe him out. And by wipe him out, he's under 800 gold. So he's not completely destroyed. He could get enough to get the regular season on his own, but not the ultimate. So I told him, don't worry about it, dude. I've known him for like 17 years, so I'm going to cover his ultimate season pass for next season off of this pack. And that's what makes it more interesting. I want you guys to see what happens and what I get on this is really fantastic. So let me get that for you on the screen. I'll be back in mere moments for you. All right, here we go. We have 4 clips. There's 10 cards, 10 cards, 10 cards, and then there's bonus cards. So there we go. This starts off with the regular prize, 150, 10,000 silver, and 1,400 free experience, which is good because I got drained. Another one, ×3 vehicle booster, which is good. I burned all mine working on contracts. So what comes up next? It's going to be a while. There we go. 1 Super Chappy. Now this guy is a 2,900 gold refund. That's half of his season right there, almost. Then there's another 150. So literally this card, half of his season is covered right there. It was 2,900 for the Super Chappy and 150 for the card, for the slot. This is another 50,000 silver, always good. Plus more free experience, which is great. And I did great on the free experience here because I was destroyed after I spent my free experience to get my equalizer tier 8 artillery. 100 grand, 150, and at 1,600 experience, which is great. The 100 grand is great. Usually you don't get those by themselves. So super jackpot. I already spent it all. Another 50. So it's really good to get those free experiences because every 6 or 8 or 10 weeks, whatever, they have tanks for free experience. So you amass free experience. Don't ever waste it. Another 1,600, as my friend said. Well, right now on the current exchange rate, that's like 50 gold. So instead of if you were going to get a tank free experience with that, it's like getting 50 extra gold. I was like, dude, that's awesome. This is what we call the booby prize type, where you get 150 gold, 10,000 silver, and then something else. But this is actually 1,600 XP, which is great. Normally you get like a ×2 vehicle. Not spectacular, but good. 300 gold with 10K. Always yummy. So what do we get here? Oh, another tank. A T-29. Super awesome. And remember, you always get, when you get a tank, a garage slot, 100,000 silver, and 150 gold. The minimum gold of your card. So on a blue card, it's 150. If it was a black card, it'd be 275. If it was a red card, it'd be 425. So that video is now over. And here we are in video number 2. What should we get now? Awesome. 250 gold, 100 grand. A bonus card. That's why we have a section 4. Section 4 is for the bonus cards. Oh yeah. Another, what was that? 1600 free XP. Fantastic. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Oh yeah. So remember, when you're doing cards like this, it's a gamble. You never know what you're going to get. Now, you're going to get a fair value minimum. But sometimes, like this one, you get way more. And in this stash of cards, I got a lot more. This was the SU-122-44, a wicked Russian tank destroyer. Just wicked. Unfortunately, I don't have enough cash to test it out. Well, I can test it at the bare basic, but I can't fix it up. Now, I already have a Slayer Tier 7 and an ISU 122. So I already know what those are. And we got another free card, which is absolutely killer. So you're always going to get a good assortment of free experience, vehicle boosters, commander boosters. Sometimes you get ×2 silver boosters. Sometimes you get extra cards. And sometimes you get extra gold, like the 250. So, you know, extra cards 5% of the time, you'll get that. About 4.4% is what they say is the ×2 silver boosters. They're hard to come by. And I did not get any of those. Another booby prize type of a card, but 1600 experience is nice after you've burnt your experience to the ground. The 1600 is real nice. I am not complaining at all when I see free experience. There is a ×6 commander booster. That's about 147 gold worth. I never buy them, but I get maximum use out of them because they're just too expensive for me to buy. I get them from cards like this. Again, the booby prize format. But 50,000 silver, very helpful, especially when you know you're going to be. Well, I got that SU-122-44. I know I'm going to be upgrading a tank here pretty soon. Now, I actually had another tank that I bought to use to upgrade, so it was okay. I'm not worried about it. So that clip is over, and let me get the next one for you. We're now in the final 10 regular cards. You know, more of the same, and I'm happy. I've gotten actually more of the silvers that were not 10,000 than usual. Free experience, of course, always good. But like I was saying, when you're gambling on cards, you can't always gamble and win. So just let you know, this is a big win. 300 gold is fantastic. It's like getting 2 regular cards. So you got to be prepared with what's, possibly. I've seen 0 to 7 tank cards in a package. You just never know. 3 is the average. 10% of the cards randomly have or expected to randomly show up with tanks. Now in this one, I did better than 3. I did 5 in this pack. So this is going to make it look real attractive to you guys. But when you go in there, you should go in there expecting, hey, I'll buy 30 blue cards, I'll get 3 tanks. Cross your fingers that you get a good one. I got one good one. And I got another new card. Look at that, 2,500 free experience. Now that's fantastic. That is really fantastic. It's about 75 gold. Because what I had to do when I bought my artillery, I was short like 19,000 free experience, so I had to pay like 620 gold for that, which was fine. Every time I see those vehicle boosters, it's fine. I had depleted my supply. So I'm good with everything I get is useful to me. Because vehicle boosters, you use those when you're trying to get through a contract or advance on a tank that it's really terrible for you in the tech tree. BTSV, nothing super special, but all tanks are good because you're going to get the gold, the silver, the garage slot, and this is a repeat for me. So this guy is about 1,000 gold. So when I see this card, this is like 1150. Look at the top of the screen when it shows up. Actually, I think that's it. So, oh, there we go. That wasn't it. I let it delay to show the tank. There we go. 4 times commander booster, awesome. Vehicle booster, awesome, because like I said, I had drained my supply. I raked it in on this overall stash. What's next? Well, actually, I know what's on the final card. I peeked. Again, more free experience. Man, I got so lucky. I got, geez, how much did I get? It was about 15,000 free experience, which is high. Every time you get a tank, you don't get free experience. So, bonus, Super Chappie number 2. Again, now this pays for the other half of his ultimate season. So he's totally covered. I got super lucky, man. Like I said, I got 5 tanks in this pack. I got refunds for 4 of those tanks. The 2 Super Chappies, a BTSV, and a T-29. And then I got to keep 1 tank, which was the SU-122-44. And the thing that's cool about it, it has a really sloped, there we go, it has a sloped crew turret, not turret, but, I guess crew quarters, whatever you want to call it, cockpit area, which the other ones only have, there we go. No, it's like this. Hey. Yeah, okay. They're about 60 degrees, the regular Soviet tank destroyers. They're about a 60-degree slope. But the SU-122-44 has this monster. I mean, it's about 40 degrees, 35 or 40 degrees. So it's going to deflect shots from the front for sure. So the thing is, what happened was that I got a grand total of 1 tank to keep plus 14,000 gold out of a blue pack. And that is insane numbers. The only way you beat that is if that Soviet tank would have been a repeat. Then that would have been like a 6750. That would have boosted me over 20 grand, which I've seen that happen from packs before, but you have to get all refunds. And I mean, that one was the second most expensive tank. The Super Chaffies 2900, those are tier 6s. Those are in the top half. You know, it's about the maybe fourth or fifth most expensive. The first one is the Icebreaker. Second one is the Soviet Sniper. Third one is the German Sniper, which is the Javelin, the Krupp Javelin. And then after that comes the Britannia Panther. And I think this is number 5, the Super Chaffee. But that is the haul that I got, which was fantastic. But again, you need to go into this. If you're going to do it, you go, hey, look. Now, there's two scenarios that happen. You either have some of these tanks. If you go look in the store, in fact, let me go and pull it up on the store so you can see it. But this is awesome, man. I got 5 tanks in one pack. I got 7 ones. But this one was awesome because the ones I got were fantastic. So let me go pull up the prizes and show you. Sorry, I forgot to show you the bonus cards. This was one of the free cards that we got from the card. Card in a card. This is all bonus. 150 gold, 1400 free experience, jackpot, another vehicle booster. Awesome. So this is just total bonus stuff. That was 1. Let's keep count and see how many I got. I think the answer was 3. That's 2. 150 again, 800 free experience. Not going to get an argument from me. Another vehicle booster. That's fine. Yeah, this is number 3. So this is the last one. This is nothing spectacular. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't the last one. It was supposed to be the last one, but they gave me another one. Again, 250, 100 grand, extra card. Super awesome. You're only supposed to average 1.5 of these. So when you get 4 of these, it's craziness. Hey, you robbers. Oh, yeah, I went. Okay. I forgot, man. It was last night, and I just forgot already. This is the final card. Super fantastic. So, I mean, that was what? 400, 700 gold on bonus cards. On 4 bonus cards, I got 700 gold. Jackpot. That's how I got 14,000 gold in this stash. And 6,000 of it's going to go to my friend. I'm just going to gift him the ultimate season pass next at the beginning of next season. Now I'm going to go get you the prize list to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the page for the tank that I got in the cards. Let me scroll down here. Now, one of the things you'll find is it'll tell you all the stats and everything, and it'll tell you how much gold it sells for in the store, which is 6,750. You know, it's got a silver bonus, it's got a tank experience bonus, and that's its attributes. Now I'm going to go to the actual key cards and show you. I'm going to cruise this back up to the picture of the tank itself. Here we're going to go look at the page from the store. You just go in there and it says, see the drop table. These are the drop tables. Now we're only going to use one drop table, which is the one for the current one, the blue cards. It'll show you all of them. What are key cards? It's how you get gold, etc. So we're going to do confidential, which is blue. And it tells you all that. You can read this yourself. All of what's there. You can read this. If you want to pause this here, it's fine. Drop rates. This is what stuff I told you. Premium tank, 10%. You know, second key card, 5%. But I got 4 of those, which is through the roof, man. That's through the roof. Normally you get 1. Sometimes you get 2. The average is 1.5. So you get 1 time or 2 sometimes, or you might get 0 one pack and then 2 in another pack, and that's going to average out to 1. additional gold, etc., premium account time. I didn't get any premium days this time. Not complaining. I got 5 tanks, which is way above normal. I mean, I was there. It is, Silver Booster 4.4. I didn't get that. Not complaining. When you get 5 tank cards, you don't complain. Doesn't matter. Now, here's where it shows you the names of the tanks that are available. Now, what you should do is look at this list and go, okay, how many of these do I have? Because there's really 2 basic scenarios. You either have some of these tanks. Well, okay, you could have 0 of these tanks. You could have some of these tanks, or you could have all of these tanks. Now, with the one that I got, I now have 14 out of 15. My friend has 13. But this is just a random stuff that came up. We didn't mess with black cards or red because we didn't own hardly any of those. I mean, I might have like 2 black cards out of 15, and I got like 2 or 3 red card tanks out of 30. No way. Now, the reason we do this is because now there's 2 things you can happen. You can either get a tank you don't have or get a tank you do have. Now, the thing that's really great is that the tanks you don't have, you get to keep, which for me was the Soviet tank destroyer. Those other 4, I had them, so they're gold, 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 gold. And it goes like this. 2,900 Super Chappy, 2,900 Super Chappy, 1,000 for BTSV, 950 for T29. So basically, you're looking at 2,000 and then 5,800. So that's 7,800 I got in tank refunds, plus my other gold, plus the gold from the bonus cards, totaled up to exactly 14,000 on the money, which was crazy. So I made 14,000 gold. So 6,000 of that is gone. For my friend, I got 8,000 gold plus a Soviet tank destroyer, the second most expensive card in the set. Dude, that's a great deal, okay? Because they sell that tank for $67.50. You want to go buy gold and buy that tank? That tank's going to cost you like $35+ just for that one tank, and that's all you get. So instead of paying $35 plus tax for one tank, I paid, which is $37 plus tax, is $40. Cost me $40. I got that tank, 8,000 gold to keep, plus a bunch of boosters. Jackpot. So there is a, quote, gamble, but you get a lot of good stuff that you're going to use or that you should use. So the thing is, if you want to go, say you don't have any tanks from this list. Well, if you wanted to buy one of those packs, you take your chances. You could, like I said, you could get 1 tank. You could get 7. I've actually pulled 7 cards from a pack. Okay, it was awesome. This was 5. This one was actually the best one I've ever gotten, because the 14,000 was the highest gold. So on the refunds, this one is the number 1 for me. Although the 7 card one was awesome, but the problem is that 4 of those 7 were tier 3s, and they were all 1,000 basically a piece. One was a little bit more, but it was a bunch of low stuff. It was I had an MTLS, I had a T28 was in there, 4 tier 3s, and something else that was nothing spectacular. BT2. I'm sorry, Panzer B2, tier 4. So none of those tanks that I got in the 7 were high gold numbers, but it was 7. You can't go wrong, okay? So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this one was the number 1 for me. You saw the best one I ever pulled. And the thing is, don't expect this. It can happen. You saw it. But the odds are you're not going to do as well as this. Odds are you get 3. Now, that could include the number 1 tank, which I've also gotten from a card, and that is the Icebreaker. That is an 8,000 gold tank, and it's an awesome tank. It's an awesome tier 8 heavy German tank. Fantastic. So if you say you don't have any cards, or someone with no tanks matching this list bought what I got, and they got the same 5 I got, they would have gotten a BTSV tier 3, T29 tier 3. They would have gotten a Super Chappy tier 6. They would have gotten a refund for the second Super Chappy, which was 2,900. and they would have gotten that Soviet tank destroyer. So they would have gotten 4 tanks and a refund. That's fantastic. Okay. I had, it was 8,000 gold because of those refunds. So that's 4,900. So it would have been 3,100 gold. So it would have been it was 14,000. Yeah, 14,000 minus like 3,100. Dude, that would have been over 10,000. It would have been a staggering amount. Great card pack. If you have a bunch of cards, let's say you have half of those set, 8. If you have half of those cards, your chances are like, well, every card I get is basically 50-50. I'll get a refund or I'll get a new tank that I don't have, which is awesome because it's way cheaper to luck into these tanks here to buy the pack. Now, you trade off. You trade off the selection for specific items for the fact that they're going to be dirt cheap. And you're going to use the gold for other stuff anyway. We never buy gold, not once ever. We said, you know what? We'll take our chances with the card pack, buy the cards, get gold, and get tanks, and get boosters, because you need boosters anyway once you know how to use them. So I have videos on boosters, real simple. Use your boosters, any kind of boosters you have, for your first victory of the day, which is the daily double. You see that red tag above your tank on the top? That means you haven't got a victory with that tank today. So you go there, use a vehicle booster if you're working on a contract or something that uses that. Because the vehicle boosters work on contracts. Vehicle boosters also work on tech tree advancement. Say you have a tier 7 guy and you're working to a tier 8 and you hate the tier 7 that you have to go through. Shove a vehicle booster on there. Do it every day for the daily double win, and just do it until you win, and then save them. If you save them for daily doubles, the daily doubles double the boosters. So if you play any tank, doesn't matter, and you're trying to get that daily double first win, when you get it, if you have a booster of any kind, and you can use up to 4 different boosters. You can put a daily double. Tank vehicle booster, commander booster, silver booster, and free experience boosters if you want to buy them. I don't recommend buying free experience boosters. They're not a good deal. But that's up to you. You do whatever you want. But you can use 4 different boosters, and when you score daily double, it doubles every one of those. So those are fantastic. That's what those are for. And then free experience. You save your free experience so that you can use it periodically, like I said, every 8 weeks ballpark. You get tanks for free experience. We jumped all over it every time it happens. We jump on it. So we're constantly building up a stash of free experience. The last one I got was a tier 8 equalizer artillery. That thing sells for like 9,800 in the store. I don't think it's a great deal for 9,800 gold. But if you can do it on free experience or any kind of a bargain, oh yeah. Me, I'm a bargain tank guy. So all the tanks you see on this list, I've gotten for bargains from a card. I didn't buy any of these tanks from a package. Let me double check. I believe that's correct. I didn't buy any of these from the store. Yes, I did. I bought the Sexton artillery from the store for 1,250 gold worth it, and I got it like 3 times in cards refunds. So basically I got it for free. I was refunded the amount that I actually paid for it. So actually I have gotten my Sexton for free, but technically the first time I bought it, I paid gold for it. So whatever. That's the true story. The net effect is that my Sexton is free. So, make of it what you will. It doesn't matter to me. So this is where, key cards, and it says, see the drop table. That's where we just came from, the drop table. So that was fantastic. Now it says we had network problems, but that's okay. We're covering this card business. So cards to me is the only way to go. I would never buy straight gold because you can go and pay $50 for 12,000 gold. I paid $40. I got 14,000 gold and a tank and boosters. Now, the difference is this. I was super lucky. You cannot expect to do what I did. I just want you to be completely clear with that. This is the equalizer. This is the tank that I got for, it was like 180,000 free experience plus like 620 gold. That's what I paid for this tank. That's awesome. Okay, that is super awesome. It's a tier 8 artillery. Check out the back of the tank. We got a little flag back there. I added that inscription, "We the People." Got a boom box on the side. Jackpot. Not from the 40s, but who cares? It's cool. So this is what free experience has done for me. I have other tanks where that I got for free experience, but this is the most recent one. It's awesome. Another one that I got for free experience was the French Vanguard super tank. So this is the thing. Use your stuff wisely. If you decide, hey, I'd like to get some bargain tanks, maybe I need to get some gold to do whatever it is, like to buy your Ultimate Season Pass, or you wanted to buy some awesome 3-star commanders because you don't have them. Me, I have 10 of them. But I've been collecting them for a while, so look at this. The 10th one is a duplicate of the fireman. So that's my sexton guy. So I basically have these 9. Now, the girl, Grim Reaper, the monstrosity, and this, actually these first 5, these all came from this season. Carmilla, she came from Ultimate Pack. The Nazi Zombie and the Monstrosity came from the season stages. I had to pay money for the Grim Reaper and Hildur, the Hawk Girl. Totally worth it. Not a problem. Got the Wojtek Bear for half price on sale. Paid the full 3,300 for my boy, the Jolly Roger, because I'm a pirate guy. Paid $12.50 bargain sale for my first fireman. Second fireman was a free op, so no big deal. This armadillo guy, this guy, I got him from, I don't know, some operation, or it was either operation or season, I can't remember. But these are great for developing your commanders, which is what I do. This guy, you see, he's in the sexton. So, and what I use the sexton for is for commander skills. So that's what I do. But have a plan of what you're going to do. I've never bought gold because, like I said, you can go, let's just look and I'll show it to you instead of just telling you. Get gold. Hey, now I bought the tank of the month yesterday because it's awesome, the Barask. This Barask is an auto-loader, 2-shot medium, but really it's a light tank with a little extra armor, how it jumps into the medium class, but it's not a fighting medium. It's very fast, one of the fastest mediums in the World War II era, and is just an awesome overall tank that works really well as a sniper. But let's go look at gold. So the thing is, when I bought the tank of the month, it came with 850 gold. Jackpot. I highly recommend it. For $10 you can't go wrong, because look at this, 850 gold, that's $5 of gold. I paid $5 for that tank basically. All right. So here you can go and buy, hey, 12,000 gold. You can pay $50 for that. No thanks, dude. I paid $40. Now I got more. But again, remember, I gambled and got lucky. It's because I knew I had a lot of those tanks, and if I got tanks, if I got lucky and got multiple tanks, which I did, I was going to get gold. So normal person would go, hey, well, 6,500 gold, that's $30. So that Soviet tank destroyer I got was 6,750. That's when I said you're going to pay like $5 plus 20 plus $30. So you have to buy the 850 plus the 6,500, and you'd have like 500 and something gold left over. All right, 600. You'd have 600 gold left over after paying $35 for that tank. Number one, there's no fun in that. Well, you wanted that tank destroyer, that's fine. You got it, and you got a little gold left over, and you got nothing else. Me, I have all kinds of extra stuff. Now, I gotta sneeze, man. Hang on a second. Okay, there's no fun in just buying the gold. But hey, whatever floats your boat, man. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to gamble on it, I understand, that's fine. There's an excitement factor because you never know. Hey, you might not get that tank. You might get something better. You might not. You might get stuck with 6 tier 3s. It's possible. So I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just giving you options. It's more fun to, open your card and bam, oh, you got a tank. That's awesome. There's a real rush. And if you get something good, it's even better. Now, that's why you should look at the list that I showed you. Look at that list and go, you could get literally any of those tanks, okay? I've gotten every one of those tanks except one, and that is the Gross Tractor. But that's a tier 3 heavy. So that's the only one I don't have. I've gotten the rest of those from cards, and it's like, hey, I'm cool with it because I got that, and then I got refunds for the other ones that I got. So look at it, look at what you could get and go, would I be happy with this? Yeah, sure, I'd be happy with any of them, okay? Something to experiment with, whatever. You're going to get your money's worth on your gold and your other items as well. So, you like I said, the normal outcome is like 3 tanks average. So you're going to randomly get 3 tanks. Hey, if you get one of the big 3, the icebreaker, the Russian tank destroyer, or the German tank destroyer, it's jackpot. Below that, they have the Britannia Panther, which is cool, and then the Super Chaffee. So those are the top 5. The ones now, if you want to get tanks that are awesome, Icebreaker is awesome. The tank destroyer is awesome. The German tank destroyer is awesome. Britannia Panther is pretty good. There's a Soviet SU-85I tank destroyer that's awesome. The MTLS I don't care for. That's me personal. The T-28 Russian, oh yeah, dude, that medium is a butt kicker at tier 4. Because I was talking to my friends and they're like, yeah, that thing is awesome because it's a tier 4 tank with a tier 5 cannon. So the T-28 Russian, that thing is awesome. The Sexton artillery is awesome. I use it as a crew trainer on a daily basis. What else was on there? B2, Panzer B2, tier 4 heavy. It's a tier preferential tank. It never faces anything but 4s. 4s and 3s is all it faces. If you use a B2, you're top tier every time. It's like being in a tier 10 of tier 4s. You'll never face a higher tank. Now, there'll be strong tanks like the T-38 or the, some other stuff that will fight against you, like Panzer 3J, etc. There's a bunch of other strong tier 4s, but you're going to be the top dog in those tier 4 matches with a Panzer B2. So it's awesome. The other light tanks are pretty good, like the BTSV, the BT7. I'm sorry, there's BT7 artillery, T29. There's a lot of good stuff there. So look at the list, see what you like, and just, it's a gamble. You're going to make a judgment call. You could choose, do it and get mediocre stuff, or you could choose and do like I did and get on awesome stuff. So, I can't tell you that you're going to get awesome stuff like I did. You probably aren't. This is the best one I've ever gotten, and it's fantastic. But I wanted you to see it so you could see what I was doing, why I was doing it, and what happened, and it was terrific. So hopefully this will help you. Thanks for stopping by. Check out my other videos. Please leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. It was a lot of fun to have. I'll see you in the next one.